I'm William Nozak, and in this module, I'm going to cover email marketing fundamentals. I'm going to talk about a couple things that we've covered in a couple other modules. It's just a good reminder. So what is email marketing? At the end of the day, right? It's part of our pipeline. It's our lead generation pipeline. It's connecting with people that have shown interest, emails we've gotten from maybe B2B clients or B2C clients, people that really could be users of our product, users of our information, users of our service. So what is it? The digital marketing strategy of sending promotional messages to people who have signed up. And when we say promotional, we're talking really soft promotion for the most part, similar to our social media. It can help generate sales and leads, or leads that eventually warm up to sales. And then it really is the most profitable marketing channel. People will tell you when they sell their business, they're really selling their email list in a lot of cases. And generating an average ROI of $38 for every $1 spent. I mean, this is just an example here of someone's stats, but it really can be our best ROI. Our return on investment, our return on ad spend, you might call this if you have to spend some money, our return on marketing. 40 times more effective as customer acquisition. Of course, this is gonna always go down because emails are so flooded. I don't know about you, but I get hundreds of emails every day. Email every day becomes less and less effective as modes change and people want to digest information differently. However, still, it's super effective when you get people in a tailored experience and give them information that they want to see. So the fundamentals: one, humanize the communication. Don't make it this corporate thing where they're all of a sudden caught in your trap. Really personalize it as much as you can and repackage your content as best you can, and repackage it a couple different ways if you've got a couple different segments or user groups. Keep the subject line in scope. Whatever's in the email, keep the subject line in scope, right? Whatever that subject line is, keep the copy in scope. Use scope as a guideline, like here are rails for our content, and that subject line and the copy, they're all within scope. We're going down. We don't want to rabbit trail to a different topic that should be in an email on its own. We can cover those things lightly within scope. And so craft engaging content. We just don't want to write a bunch of technical stuff if people don't want to digest that technical stuff, or we do want to write technical stuff and not topical stuff if that's what they're trying to digest. If people are used to hearing these emails in the weeds and at the ground level, then that's really how we would tailor it. If they're used to seeing it at 10,000 foot view, that's really what we want to give it to them. 30,000 foot view, that's what we want to give it to them. If they're used to all three of those views, some technical, some 10,000 foot view, some 30,000 foot view, and really I'm talking informational email here. Really with products, it's a little easier. We just know what they purchased and tailor that experience to things that pair well or that other people purchased. So focus on the benefits. It's about them. How can we make your experience better? How can we improve your life and your standard of living? What can we give you? And once they see the benefits and how it's going to benefit them, open rates go up. Make the CTAs interesting, not boring, buy nows. Really, I like to think of it in, if I can use this CTA on any website, it's not the right CTA. That doesn't always apply, but I try to think through that lens first. How can I tailor this for this service, this industry, this experience? And then use a color wisely. As we've mentioned in other modules, use the color wheel. Try to use contrasting colors for our CTAs so it just kind of cues the eyes. The eyes say, ooh, that's a call to action, or I need to do this. And then use high quality images. They can absolutely destroy an email. Overused, too large, don't make any sense. So use them wisely. So the types of emails, we're gonna either send promo information, we're gonna provide some information from our blog or some additional information that clients might use. What is the goal? What is the intent? What does the end user need, want, and how's it gonna benefit them? So promotional emails center around advertising a product, service, special offer, get out our information on seasonal deals, things like that really people want to get into your seasonal sales, seasonal information. We can use it from a seasonal perspective really well. Email really helps to keep people knowing here's the next season, here's the next thing that's coming. Really great informational tool for that. Absolutely. Websites are a little tougher to use with seasonal information. Social media can be really well. Emails are great. Here it is. Here's what's coming. Informational emails focus on informing readers, such as newsletters, announcements, what's changing, what's coming, and deepening connections to the customer. So really want promotional, we're trying to get you into our pipeline. Informational, we're really trying to deepen that connection with you, show you that we've got expertise, authority, and trust. and that we are the person that eventually, when you get to the bottom of the funnel, you're ready to buy, we're the person you want to buy from. So humanize that connection, avoid using corporate language. I know we have to get things on, systemize things, or else you can't scale, right? We want to scale the whale. And so like we have to automate a lot of things. We have to systemize things, but we want to personalize it along the entire way, making sure it feels like someone just sent me a unique email. And that takes time, and it takes a lot of iteration to get there. So open rates improve when we personalize the writing. And keep the subject line in scope. Keep the body content in scope. Whatever that subject line is, it's connected to the body. If you need to write the body and go write the subject line, that's fine. You can do that. Write the content, go back and match the subject line. The best practice for the subject line of emails is avoid clickbait. Yes, you can dip into using some sensationalism, wants, needs, emotions. Understand everyone's a human, so we can understand what they want, what they need, what their emotions are around, what benefits they're looking for, to get them to open this information or this promotional email. And then again, what's the hope for this is that the click rates go up, the open rates go up. And we want to have good engaging content. If you don't have a content marketing team, you have to outsource it to somebody. If you don't have an in-house writer, you have to have a writer. You have to be writing content. And it has to be really good and engaging quality content. Outsourcing content's really difficult unless you have someone that can edit it in-house and make it make sense, which usually takes much more time anyway. It's why just having a good writer, a good part of your team, having writers that can write that content for you. Email content's no different. It has to be high quality, just like a website. So treat copy as if it's talking to one person, not in masses. I know we like to look at aggregate stats, but really when it's talking in aggregate stats, we want to be very careful not to talk to the individual. We have to talk to the individual is what I'm trying to say, is we want that email to feel like it's just talking to them. At the same time, we want it to be at the 30,000 foot view and give them some really aggregate information when it's applicable. So understand the problems of the reader, likes, dislikes, and values. This is the psychographics, this is the demographics, this is industry and service, and really trying to segment them down and really get them into a tailored email journey. And then what happens when we do these things right, people trust the brand, we get more brand loyalty. People keep coming back. People search us more in Google. People love the brand more and share it, like it, and tell others about us. So focus on the benefits, right? It's about them. We're sending them an email to their inbox. It certainly needs to match kind of some benefits for them. So ensure each mail has a clear goal. If we can understand it's informational or promotional or seasonal information, something that the end user certainly is going to find value for. This is really what we want to understand what the goal is, and then make that information, that subject line, align with that goal. The audience trusts us more when we get these things right, and open rates go up. So make the CTAs interesting. Like I said, if it's a CTA that can go on any website in any industry, it's probably not that great. We really want them to understand what they're getting themselves into when they click that CTA. Make it interesting, make it stand out. What happens more is the click rates go up. If our click rates super low, these are some of the areas we start with: our CTAs, our color usage, our imagery usage, our content, our subject lines, making sure that the information is segmented properly against the demographic and the psychographic of the end users in general. Maybe we just have a bad email list and they're really not potential buyers or users of our information. And again, use color wisely. And I say color, I mean color and typography. And make sure we're within the brand guide. Make sure we're using contrasting colors within the brand guide. And use these well. Content becomes more visually appealing. People are more likely to read it, share it, read it again, save it for later. And it just helps build that expertise, authority, and trust. And we want to stay within that brand guide so that we continually always brand the company against a certain set of colors and typographies. And then again, high quality images are super important. They need to make sense with the content. If overuse is really bad, and too many of them are going to cause email to load slow, so the load times will suffer. The quality of the emails can suffer. The high quality image is important, but remember there's a trade-off with size. So we want to make it as quality as possible. We don't want a 5 megabyte image in our email or even a 1 megabyte image. Really, 100 or 200 KB is max. When we're getting into megabytes, I know that sounds small in today's terabytes storages, but in emails, and when I'm down in a valley and I'm using my cellular data and I don't have good reception and I'm opening up your email, or in some place where I'm remote internet access, all of these people are going to suffer. And we want to remember to always put alt text for people that use screen readers, have visual impairments. We want to certainly keep everything and think of all potential end users. And using high quality image to enhance the message, super important. So these are just some additional email fundamentals. If you need to go back and watch it again, go ahead. If not, I'll see you in the next module.